If the upper body leads your hands, well, then the right side of your body closes the space down between you and the ball, and your hands will go out over the top. So it's like you're leaving this here, and you're bringing your hands down to here. Exactly, and you're trying to feel like the hips and the hands are both going together, but you're not unwinding the upper body. If I keep my sternum facing that as long as I humanly can, and I fire my hips and my hands, it looks like this. For you, because I was watching your swing, it looked pretty darn good. Yeah. The one big thing that was missing was what it's called the sequence. Okay. The sequence on the way down. Yeah. Your sequence needs to feel from the top of your swing as if your arms and hands are leading your upper body's movement. Okay. Don't let your shoulders tug your arms through. If I'm right here and I'm already pre-rotated, right? Look how slow everything is. You know, there's just nothing there. But you look at when I keep that back to the target, you know, you see how everything just really, you know, it just naturally releases and slings past my body. Now, the reason I do that drill is not to have somebody like Tiger in 2000 feel like he's actually keeping his back to the target the entire downswing. We're just working, you guys, on 5 inches of transition right here. Yeah. Let me be real literal for all of you. Imagine there's a glass tabletop on top of my shoulders. My hands go just above that glass tabletop. If I start rotating my upper body and my hands are above that tabletop, I'm done. I'm done. The hands actually have to break through that glass and then have me rotate with my upper body for me to actually be connected. Because what happens for most people when the hands are above the level of the shoulders, they're either going to kick out this way and get very over the top, or they just pin way behind the body and don't catch up. Back to me giving you this example right here. You know, that's freeing my arms up. There's a couple ways to work at this. Okay. I like to sometimes keep a golf ball right here behind the golf ball that I hit. We can't have these two both unwinding together, right? And when that happens, you drag the hands through, you lose all the speed, right? Basically, you know, me pulling my hands through my chest looks like this. You know, you just don't have the zip to it. Yeah. Me keeping my chest facing this golf ball and firing my arms and hands past me, it looks like this. Look how different that is, right? That's that zip that you see in that golf shot right there. And this always helps me because I'm a big time spatial awareness guy. If I have something there on the ground that you tell me, hey, keep my chest pointed at that. Keep my sternum, my microphone right here. Keep it right there as long as I can while my hands and hips going. Guys, essentially what I'm doing is I'm doing Justin Rose's pre-shot rehearsal that everybody sees with that drill. The problem with most people is the way that they turn the sternum and the belt buckle together. And that's where you really lose the pop. So, you know, what you need to do is you need to keep your back to the target longer. Your hands need to start moving sooner. This right here has always been my go-to. If I keep my sternum facing that as long as I humanly can, and I fire my hips and my hands, it looks like this. And what's great is, look where I finished though. Yeah. You know, I still finish with everything facing the golf, you know, everything facing the target. The hips can fly. You just can't have your upper body lead your hands for multiple reasons. If the upper body leads your hands, well, then the right side of your body closes the space down between you and the ball, and your hands will go out over the top, and that causes a lot of pulls or big cuts off, you know. And like I said, it loses the lag, you lose the leverage, you lose all that, you know, the cracking of the whip. And you look at somebody skip a rock, their hips and their right elbow go. Their chest stays back, and the chest follows their hands, and that's how they get that speed.
So Adam, on the downswing, what is your swing thought with the left side of your body? Can the shoulder ever...
You need to feel like you need to let your left shoulder stay under your chin while your hands come down. Like you need to be like this.
Not start to swing.
For you, no, not for you. You need to feel like you're like this and like this.
Yeah.
Okay, and like that's why I'm keeping the chest facing that spot right there, and that's what that is. That looks like this.
I'll take that.
Yeah. So here we go. Let's hop in there though, and let's just try to create a feeling for this though. Take some practice swings first. So go to the top of your swing.
Okay.
So it's like you're leaving this here, and you're bringing your hands down to here. Exactly, and you're trying to feel like the hips and the hands are both going together, but you're not unwinding the upper body. There it was right there. Completely different right there. I mean, it was like, that was your farthest one by probably 20 yards.
Really good.
Farthest one by 20 yards and a 1 yard draw.
Be the mechanics of every club then?
100%. And it will be needed, it'll be, you need to feel it even more when you hit a driver than you would a sand wedge. A sand wedge, you guys, it's short and connected.
Yeah.
I literally can feel like I'm just throwing a medicine ball. You know, it's like all working together.
Right.
Man, I get to like an 8 iron and up though. That's where I start to really have to feel what just was talked about. You know, I mean, and I'll tell you right now, I get to like 5 iron and up. That's where it's like, it's actually the main priority of my swing. That last one was unbelievable. Crazy how good it was. It went literally 20 yards farther and it just had this, you could hear it and feel it though. I know.
It feels really good.
So when you know, I'll pick out a blade of grass back there, or I'm gonna even exaggerate. I'll just keep, you know, my chest facing Kevin for as long as I humanly can and let it go. And you can see, even when I think about that, I just hit the ball so much better. It just really, really gets that compression because the hands actually get down while I'm in the shot.
Adam, for me, is that the genesis of the shank then?
It's defining your shank. Think about this. You get your body rotating out in front of it.
Yeah.
The club opens up, everything goes this way. Yeah. The hossel's exposed, big time. And that's why, you know what's funny? I've actually told people that generations of golf instruction have actually taught people how to shank it. Because watch the shank. This is me just rotating way out in front of my body, about my arms and hands. You see? And I'm already here, and everything's here. Yeah. Club just like this. There you go. It's a game changer. You know, they have to lead the motion. They have to work with your weight transfer. They have to work with rotation. And for most people, I've found, you know, it's them feeling like they move first and faster.
Yeah. When I'm thinking about my hands, do I think about you know, that hip and grip like thing?
Yeah.
Do I think about that I need to end up here, or should I not even?
You know, and that's where your hips do need to move with your hands, right? And a lot of times, the reason the hips don't move is because the hands are caught behind.
Yeah.
So I've always found that when I get my hands moving, my hips open up a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
but
and
you're not consciously doing it, right?
No, I used to practice that a lot though, like this, like watch. See, my hips are still opening.
Oh yeah, I see that. Right.
Watch Justin when he does it. His hip's still open. His chest is just not opening as he does that. Behind you for about an hour there, fixing everybody's swing back here. I was looking at you and all I saw was this. I saw hands up here and you going like this. Rather than this.
The thing is, I don't feel that at all. I don't feel like.
Well, nobody does until I tell them. You know? Let your hands lead the motion on the way down. You're doing a great job with the structure of your backswing. Let them lead that motion.
Irons and hybrids sometimes.
Yeah, it's way different.
I wish I could see them though.
Yeah, no, they're going dead straight.
Really? Going well?
Yeah, they're going well, yeah.
At Forzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.